Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video. I am here to drop all of the knowledge bombs today, and I'm so excited to be sharing my top 3 tips that allow me to stay on track with my health and fitness without sacrificing my output at work, the growth within my business, and the productivity that I have within that on a day-to-day basis. If you're new here, my name's Georgia. I work with high-performing corporate women who are ready to step into their ultimate confidence across all areas of their life, dropping 10 kilos of body fat, building a strong, athletic physique, and doing all of that without having to sacrifice the progression within their own careers. The women in my world are nothing but stupidly busy, and this is exactly why I would drop these top 3 things that I do every single day to help me stay on track so that I can look, feel, and perform at my best. And these habits are all things that have helped me to not only get into the best shape of my life, but also maintain it for over a year now, whilst growing my business, studying, and whilst also still teaching dance on the side of all of that. So my lifestyle is definitely busy and one where I'm spinning lots of very, very different plates, and that's exactly the type of women that I work with. Whether it's being high up in their career, climbing the ladder, also studying for extra qualifications on the side, providing for a family, looking after their kids, running a household, and also holding down a social life, it is all going down. Which is the exact reason why I wanted to share these things with you today, and I'm holding nothing back. Plus, these are things that you can literally go and implement today. So if you're not already, make sure you are subscribed to my channel because I post videos like this every single week, and make sure you drop this video a like. And let's get into it with tip number 1. Now this sounds very simple on the surface, but the first thing I do is whenever I can, I will walk whilst I work. Now, most of you watching this will probably have a work phone as well as a work laptop, and that work phone will be one where you answer maybe messages on Slack or like some sort of team channel where you have access to like your team. And you'll also have access to your work emails on there as well. Both of those things you can access and you can respond to and tick off whilst you are walking. Now, this could be getting outside for a walk. This could be going to the gym early and taking off some steps before your workout, or even staying afterwards and taking off the steps after your workout. If you have something like a walking pad at home, you can jump on that, or you can even just walk on the spot, which is one that I do quite a lot despite having a walking pad. Sometimes it's easier to literally just walk around my house whilst I'm answering messages to my clients, checking my emails, or even working on any bits that I do within social media. If it can be done from my phone, then it can be done whilst walking. And I do 12k steps every single day without fail. And to give you an example, my step average for last week I think was about 14,000 steps across the 7 days. And I do this whilst working full days, also training, allowing myself to have downtime, and holding down a social life. And that's because I utilise that one habit. Even just an hour or 30 minutes of that admin time, answering those messages, clearing those emails, and doing those steps can top up my steps by thousands. Equally as well, if I'm part of a meeting where I don't have to have my camera on, or I don't necessarily need to contribute as much, I will quite often do my steps at the same time if I know that I haven't got as much time to do those admin steps that day. It's very much about assessing your days from day to day and adjusting where you need to. So for example, when I'm filming this today, it's actually a Monday and it's a very desk heavy day for me, which is where I do my client check-ins. I also need to have work finished by a certain time because I go to a dance class in the evening and I need to fit in a gym session. I don't have any calls today, so my prime time to get those steps in is when I'm answering client messages. Plus my message inbox is usually quite busy on a Monday with clients replying to their check-ins and asking anything ahead of the new week. Whereas a day where I know I have an hour's call and I can sit and do my steps at the same time, then I won't necessarily worry about my admin steps as much, and I'll tag my steps onto that meeting instead. And if I don't have either of those options, I'll look at how I can tag them onto my gym session. Now, the second habit that is super, super important is to do with your water. Water is massively important from a health and fitness perspective, whether you're working on fat loss, building muscle. It is so good for supporting your digestion and ultimately keeping you on track long term. And it's something that is such an underrated tool. Now, once again, when you are very, very busy and you have got task after task or meeting after meeting, it's not necessarily something that is easy to remember, which sounds strange on the surface, but something so simple as drinking water can easily go out the window when you're so laser focused on your work. And for that reason, getting a head start on my water first thing in the morning makes the world of difference. Now, this is obviously going to be relevant to how much water you want and need to drink, but I personally drink 4 litres of water per day just because of the volume of exercise and the type of training that I do. So every single morning before I have anything else to eat or drink, I will always drink 1 litre of water. Now, what I would say to start with is maybe 1 glass of water, which would be roughly 200 to 250 millilitres. Then you could move up to a pint or 500 mils or half a litre. And to be honest, that is still going to make a massive, massive dent, especially if you're having, say, 2 to 3 litres of water per day. That's like a quarter of your water target already ticked off before you've done anything else. So by having that water first thing in the morning, it takes a massive chunk off of my water total, and it means that even on the busiest days where something like that might slip my mind, I still put my best foot forward first thing to start the chain reaction of that habit throughout the day. Plus, I will then also stack drinking my water with taking my supplements. So I suppose this is maybe a two-parter. I'm a massive fan of habit stacking, and this is actually something I was talking to one of my clients about in their check-in earlier today. Where we can stack something that we need to do with something that we can do at the same time, it literally is going to save you so much time and so much brain power as well. Because now I have got to the point where I associate drinking that litre of water with taking my supplements. So I don't even need to think about taking my supplements because it is an automatic reaction when I start drinking my water in the morning. And that is two really positive things that I've done, and also right at the start of my day. So they're very much setting the tone for the rest of the day to be a success. Then the third habit is going to sound a little bit funny, but I call this Eat the Frog. There is a book on this, and essentially the overriding theme of this book is that you want to do the task that you don't want to do first. Ultimately, eating a frog is not a pleasant thing, so you want to get it over and done with. Now, this can be applied to so many things, either within your professional journey, personal life, or within your health and fitness. Let me give you an example. Say your working day is super busy. You always find that by the end of your day, you're tired, you're demotivated, you want to sit on the sofa, you want to chill. Eat the frog, get the steps and training done first thing. Get up early, get it done, tick it off. Then you can focus on the rest of the day without having to worry that you're going to have to do your steps and training later on. Likewise, this can also be applied to your working day. If you've got tasks that are real big, important movers within your day that you maybe have some anticipation over, you know they're going to be very labor intensive, whatever it is, get them done first thing. Now, the reason why I say this is because there is scientific evidence to suggest that our motivation is highest at the start of the day. As your day goes on, there are so many things that happen throughout our day that our motivation and energy are naturally going to dwindle. It's completely normal. That might just be random tasks coming up last minute at work, things frustrating you, getting stuck in traffic, anything, and it slowly chips away at us throughout the day. So if we can eat the frog and get the most important or the task that we do not want to do done first thing in the morning, it is going to make your life so much easier. Plus, showing up, eating the frog and getting those tasks done is also going to build two things: resilience and self-confidence. And these two things go hand in hand, because when we show up and when we do the thing that we don't want to do or we're not feeling like doing, we're proving to ourselves that we are someone who shows up no matter what. And that is going to build so much more mental resilience and therefore more confidence within yourself, which when it comes to your health and fitness goals and also your professional career, these are absolute game-changing qualities to have and to be able to develop. And eating the frog helps you do exactly that. So these three things are things that I do literally day in, day out. They've helped me get into the best shape of my life and maintain it with ease and ultimately without sacrificing my career. Because in my world, I believe that you can have the career success and the physique to match it. And that is exactly what I help my clients to achieve within my one-to-one coaching. So if you would like some more information on how I work, just click the link below this video and I'll be in touch. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, because I literally post videos like this every single week with easy, actionable steps that you can go away and see real results with. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.